Hello everyone, Peter here, Piotr Fisner. Guys, in this episode we've got a back to, I meant to say future, but it's a back to past. So this is an iX35 radio which is supposed to have a faulty TV or CD. Now it turns out that the CD is works fine, but there's no audio. Okay, so we need to disassemble it and try to find the fault. On the last episode, which I've recorded about it, customer was needing a radio to go on a holiday. So I went and I bought Sony radio for him. He took it and he's using it at the moment. But we need to finish this problem. Customer came back from the holiday and decided that he wants to proceed with the repair. Now we've got two of those radios. There are two different models. Size-wise, they are the same, but they are different model to the extent that they've got different connectors at the back. Customer has now this connector mounted because he got a radio Sony with ISO connector, that's this connector, whereas his other model which he have with a damaged screen, digitizer for sure, I don't know about the screen, but digitizer for sure, that one has a different connector. Okay, the original which customer has in the car. So at the end of the day, what we can do right now is we can proceed with opening the device. Okay, I need to make it. Okay, let's switch on to the DSLR. Yeah, we've got a screen share here. We don't need the screen share. And we've got some mess. Okay, and the ISO is super bright here. Because we were recording at night, so hence why. Believe it or not, I can't adjust the ISO. Okay, so that's weird. Give me a... Oh, now it's better, but... Okay, so where I will be working here. Guys, you know what? I'll pause and I'll try to adjust it and then we can continue, okay? There's no point for you to waste the time on it. Okay, so I found out what was wrong. The problem was that I did the wrong screen size, and because of the wrong screen size, I couldn't see the ISO setting, but everything was fine with DSLR. So let's see. On the sides there are two screws here. Yes, here one and here is the second. And on the second side is the same setup. So we need to get rid of these first. Once we got it, we can disconnect the screen and then we can proceed to remove other stuff. Now I don't have the connector, the ISO connector, so I had to improvise. Before I had to go and get it because of the customer, because customer can't have in the car something, you know, not connected in the proper way, because somebody can go on to me and say, oh, what have you done, this car is, let's say, broken because of your actions. Yes, so I can't afford it to do it the bad way. But here is a problem that you can't get to his second radio, you can't get the digitizer, so we will need to really, I thought it was okay to remove. quite positive that we can do it. But anyways, let's open it. We need to open it anyway. So, there are two layers of boards. Well, I mean the top one is one, and then there is the second one, which is at the bottom. Well, yeah, go for it. Yes, go for it. So, get this one good here on the side. Now, I would love to not open everything, but I know for a fact that I will struggle, okay? I will definitely struggle. So, I better open everything and forget about problem. There are certain issues with this setup here of the camera. One, I've put it on the ISO 200, so that's quite dark. Hopefully it's looking okay. Actually, not that bad. Second of all, I was trying to be straight with the camera, not sides, because sides are bad. I think the best setup would be from the top. But I've had to change like many things. So I'm thinking how to set up the camera here. Setup. I've got a wide screen, so for me, I would use two cameras. You know, showing from one side and from second side. If you can't see on the left hand side of the screen, you will look on the right hand side of the screen, and that will allow you to see everything. Yes, whereas I know that people not always have wide screens, so I would make a problem to many viewers. And I know I don't have many viewers at the moment of the recording. I'm aware of that. I got 27 subscribers only, and unlikely to change it anytime soon. Like to have a large number of that. I do believe that I would have to give more than I'm given to have large amount of viewers, like more valuable content. And I don't think I'm in the position where I can create great content of the repairs at the moment. And why is so? Is just because okay, got here, that's loose, so here now I'll get from the side. You don't see, I thought you will see what I'm doing. So I think, you know, the most important part right now is to get the right to repair going, because with the right to repair we can have companies signing up, and if we can have companies signing up, we can have web developers who have time and no money to develop further. Yes, so if we will have developers who will develop the best application, guess what? Now all the repair shops will be able to use that software. Yes, because it will be valuable for them. Now the part of the screen and the electronics is separated. That's more than a screen, but you can say that you see there are two layers of electronics, the top one and the bottom one. On the bottom one we've got an audio amplifier. Okay, so now I like to separate them both, but what I'm thinking of is that this connector is to the bottom, that's okay. This connector is to the top, here. And we need to check the amplifier, which is at the bottom. Excuse me. So I'm thinking, what would be the best to access it? I think I would take it apart and put it in some pocket or something which is segregated from the rest, or even the bubble wrap. Something which will be insulating from the rest. Okay, let's try to unhook it first. Okay, that's going out. Okay, that's going out. Now this one is a connector, so this can disconnect. I don't like when it's not like to go. I don't know if I can use any leverage here. A stubborn one. Well, there's always an effort, as long as you are patient with it, not in a rush. And that's okay. Okay, we can take it away. I mean, we can take the main board out, and we can take the 1, 2, 3. Whoa! It's running away. And 4. Okay. Ah, yeah, there was one more connector which I forgot. Okay, so guys, while this one will be away, we can help ourselves out with this, because it's a bit of a pain, to be true. I know I've done it in the past, okay, I know. So I know it's more than possible. Okay, cool, no damage, that's fine. So now, what we can do is we can detach the metal part from the chassis, the top one, yes, half the chassis. 1, 2, whoop. 3 and 4. You see, if I would not put it back together, I would probably forget how to assemble it back. Yes, probably. You know, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm quite positive that I would forget most of those screws. So yeah, we want to get this one out as well. We don't want to keep it inside, because if we need to test anything underneath, then it's a problem. Now what we need to do is we need to start it and see if the signal, the audio signal, is going from whatever device can produce it. Okay, if we can establish where the signal is going out, then we can see if the signal has the amplification. Of course it doesn't, because that's why it's faulty, but we can establish this way that something's wrong, yes? And what wrong is, because we need the methodological analysis right now. Okay, so we've got a main board which has the power supply and the amplifier. The communication, input, outputs, yes, I/O. So now I've got everything here set up the way that I can go back and I can connect it one by one. Yes, so I don't need to worry that I don't remember. Now, what we should try to do is we need the power supply here, the lab power supply or bench power supply, if you want to call it like that. And the best would be if we can connect these so that they can how to call it, they can work, yes, so the radio can still work. So we need some sort of separation, because we can't just do like that. Yes, that's amplifier, so actually that's this way, because that goes through to here. What? Okay, that goes to here and that goes to here. Ah, yeah, okay, gotcha. Okay, so I don't know what these ones are for, but the size of the connector showing me that this might be a power, and it's written here 12 volts. That's why I want to have it connected, okay? Because then I will know if this power board, which pins are okay, yes, pins are okay. So we will know if this will receive a power first, because if you put power here, then it has to go through the power supply here and go through this connector and go to this board. If we then have 12 volts here, yes, this 12 volts can supply these electronics. So that's what we need to do. Now it's here is a connector, okay, and here we need the separation level. Now I'd like to test it, just curious. Maybe first test would be just to plug in 12 volts and see if we are passing here voltage, because that's quite interesting. Then we can separate it, excuse me. Then we can separate it like here and test if we've got voltage here on this side, because that should be supplied, yes. And that's looking like this is the operating system of this device. This IC is like the main supply. This is looking like a memory or EEPROM or something. SanDisk, yeah, SanDisk, that's the memory. So I was right about it. So yeah, let's see what's happening here, but let's pause it first because I don't remember the ISA connector, and I created these cables for it. Actually 3, so one more. Why 3? Because one is for power, second ground will go to connect to the metal part of the connector, and then we can it's darker, and then we can connect the speakers. Yes, 400. Now you will have it later. So I need to remember which one's which, so I need to go into the Google and Google which connects where. Yes, so be right back. Okay guys, so I found on my computer this radio's connector, and that's exactly the ISO which is here. So we've got A7 responsible for power, that's this one, that's A7 connector, and then these each two pair from bottom to the top are the speakers. Okay, so we can connect this one as a power. Okay, that's for the power. And we don't have cable. Now we get a cable. Plus and a minus. And now we need a kettle. Cable for the power supply. Yeah, tomorrow not tomorrow, on Monday, I will move some of the stuff, will be more room here, but for today it's just a mess. Connected. Okay. And here. And we need 12 volts out of it. (16, 14, 13, 12 point, 11 point, 12.2. Oh. Okay, so I need to put 12 volts exactly. 12.1, that's fine. So, okay, so we've got a minus here, plus here, and the minus here. Can do. Ooh, that's 0.6 amps already. Take it away. That's 0.6 amp taken. Anything overheating here? No, I thought it's warming up, but no. Okay, nothing hot. That's okay. But the chipset which I've told you about is getting warmer. Memories, no. Power supply, no. So the power is going through for sure. So we don't need to even check it, but it will be 12 volts. Here. You won't see it. Here you will see it. I can put it even further down. Go up to 20 volts. We can catch the ground in this. Oh, that's a red one, so let's put the red one on the red one. Now that's 5 volts here. Not 5 volts? Yeah, 499. $497. And that's 12 volts somewhere here coming in. $3.7. Nothing. 8 volts. 8 volts. 0. So we need to check only those which have 0. Why they have 0? Is it the ground? And yeah, let's switch it off. Let's see. Okay, yes, that's looking like the 0. So when we will put on the ground here, yeah, that was looking like the 0. Now about the rest, I need to magnify it and light up some light. Let up some light. Okay. Okay, so what I see here, you don't see because it's from the other side, and you've got totally, like too much light, but it's very good for me. Now this is going here, and that's why I had these two grounds. Yes, these. And then there's going line here as well, and it's going to here. So it's a 2, and then 2 are grounds. And then it's going through to here, all the way along, and here as well. Okay, so the grounds are fine, so I wouldn't say that it's a problem with the grounding. Well, can I turn off the light because it's over the top? Now, can we connect speakers right now? At least one speaker. We can, yes, of course we can. We need to use this cable. We need to. I'll use better lighting, sorry, it will be too bright again. We don't have any studio lights, so I'm sorry that I'm causing you too much light right now. I'm aware of that. I've got a problem here. Just too big. I don't want to make a short circuit. Okay, I'll need to bend it a bit. Like, I hate to bend things to be true. I really hate it. But I've got no other choice to connect it. Because we don't have the proper connector, okay? That's the problem. And either this or no go. Okay, so let's say we've got the connection of the speaker, because I would really go for it to test it right now. So let's see if we've got anything on here. Okay, good, no short circuit, and no short circuit because we can't even test it properly. Let's test it. Come on. Okay. Now, can we get a no short circuit on this? Ooh, we've got short circuit. Why? Okay, let's disconnect the power for a moment and let's observe. Need to get magnification. Okay, well, it is inserted here. That's true. Ooh, I know I need to solder it. I know, believe me. I knew I need to solder it. The problem only is that I can't do everything. So, need to test these. If they will have short circuit, then that's for sure a problem. I didn't expect to have short on what I just done, so that would mean that the amplifier has short circuit. So let's do the first part. No. Good. Nothing. Nothing. Okay, do they have the same ground or plus anywhere? Then I would know what to do to overcome this problem. No. That is a problem. But the good thing is we don't have short circuit on them. Okay? If we don't have here short circuit, that means we can go further and we can test another spot out of it. Now the problem only is that these will be probably amplifiers. That's what's amplifying the sound. most likely, because I don't see, that's a power supply, yes? So that's a power supply, and these would be the power amplifiers. Now, how to test the sound which is coming in? Sound would have to come in through this data cable and go inside here. Okay. Yes, it's a good side because it's a blue markings on this side. On the same side there are the blue markings on both. So this is connection is the right way, and connection is the right way because there are markings as well. So that's okay. So what we could do is we could try the speaker right now, but we got problem with the cable. Yes, that's a problem. So what we can do is we can connect one to the speaker. Do I have any small speaker? That's the problem. I have some. Only where? Guys are paused because I need to look for it. I got something from the TV or something, so I'll look for it. Okay guys, so I did find the speaker. Yes, I plug it into my phone. You see, phone is coming up, and here's the connector. So, well, should work. That's how you test it. Probably the connector is not connecting the bestest way. Yeah. Okay, that's max volume, so don't know if you can hear it, but if you can't hear it, that will be closer. And the second channel as well, white connector. Okay, so we know the speaker is working. Yes, we know we can pause it. The license free music can go off, and we can proceed with speaker installation. So what we want to do is we want to connect permanently one cable of the speaker, because remember we won't be using a lot of power, yes, so it doesn't matter much, but I would like to still insulate it. You can tell me I'm nuts, it's okay, but I like insulating. Okay, so let us take one thermal shrink. Yeah, we don't need it like super big, super anything, as long as it can fit. That's fine. As long as it can fit, that's brilliant. We will just wind it. We won't do anything, you know, extraordinary with it. We'll just connect it, yes. And we won't be soldering it or anything. Now we will just put this connector on. Now we know that whatever is happening, you know, we won't short circuit it, yes? Now, as regard to this, you can still open it and still use it, but to be true, it's much easier and quicker for me at the moment to use in another one. Okay? So, yeah. I'll just need to use another one. Just is okay. Well, we could connect straight to the speaker, yes, I'm aware of that. But the problem is that one is already longer, second will be already shorter, and I could think about it quicker and so on, or I could solder it. That's true, I could, but I didn't, so it's too late anyway. So I can now take it, okay. Oh, look, I'm really struggling here, guys, really struggling. Okay, so I'll just like this. Okay, and here we will this time grab on the cable on the insulation, so maybe this will be stiffer and won't go out so easily. Now here we can provide still this, but I do believe that it's too big and might not fit over there. So I need to be really careful how I'm connecting it. Okay, here. That's why I do believe that on one side I need to put it max to your side, for instance, and then try to fit the other one as well. Now they shouldn't have short circuit, but we will see if they don't, because if they do, that's mean I've done something wrong. It's not the fault of the speaker, or it's not the fault of anything else, because we know the speaker is working and we know that's the power. So we're looking into these two. These two shouldn't have, yes, they don't have short circuit, so we're safe to connect it. Yes, here it is, here it's not. So we're happy to connect it. Now again, here should we use the shrinking wrap? Probably we would be okay without, yes, and probably I'm exaggerating a bit by saying yeah, I'll use it, but you know what, better safe than sorry. So yes, I will use it, because I just feel more comfortable with this rather than without it. Now the last test, which we should do before trying to switch on and trying to see if the music will play, okay, the last thing is we should try and check those connections versus these connections if they are connecting, because if we don't have connection through, and guess what, we can plug whatever we want and this won't play. Okay, so we're talking down, bottom, this here. Oh, okay, good. And the other one. Now that's bad, because they shouldn't. Now where they are connecting, that's the problem. They are connecting, so we can't switch it on, because if we will switch it on, we've got a short circuit. That's a problem to be true. Now we don't have it, you see. So just when we're trying to connect it, that's the problem. And we can't connect it with that. So I think the insulation which is on it is just going off. and that's why it's connecting. Okay, how these two are right now. That's not nice. We've got through the speaker, guys. We need to, when you check in the speaker connector, yes, please don't check, because you've got 8 ohms or 4 ohms or 16 ohms on it, yes? So you can't check on this, you need to check on the open. And now we don't, now it's fine. Now when we will do here, it won't be. And only, yes, only it's on the low resistance here. It's because it's going through the speaker. It's, guys, this, look, I'll show you right now. That's a good lesson, by the way. Who's watching it? You got a good lesson. Look, we will do, it's 8 ohm speaker, you see, it's 8.6 ohm speaker, 8 ohm speaker, yes. So now when we will connect it, we expect to have the short. Why? Because, oh Peter, you've lost the cable. It's one, here it is, okay. So now when we will test in between these two, we will have the same 8.6 ohms. So we're fine. I'm just talking rubbish because I haven't done it for like a wee while, yes, like longer than a wee while. But it is 8 ohms, so it's not shorted to the ground. That means it's safe to plug in. I was just talking rubbish. So okay, now I would like to separate it and plug in the screen. Yes, this I would like to plug in. Now before I can separate it, I need to make this possible, or need to provide myself a better light. Okay, good. And now about this, which is a problem actually. I see that already. Why versus out and about? Because we need this. I know, guys, I know it's a bit too much light, but I need this light. I'd say that the connection has to be this way, 6 and 9. Alright. That's an interesting part. 905. That's 9. I know you need to be here, and I know that you have to go up in order for me to put you inside. We need a hook, certain hook. Okay, now the problem is that should I do it this way or should I do it that way? There is no way I can do this way, so I need to do it this way. and then that will be this way. I don't see it any other way around. Guys, insert it. It's not a pleasure of the day. Okay, it's fitted. And it's fitted. Okay, so what we need now is separation here so that it won't short circuit us. Yes, that will do. Maybe not really professional, but that should do. Now we can get the speaker. We can switch off the meter. We can switch off the light to see if something's burning. We can try to switch on the radio. Okay, because you don't see the screen, and I want to show you the screen. Okay, so let's switch on the power supply. Okay, we've switched off the 12 volts. So let's plug in 12 volts now. It's the power. First let's tap, and if there will be no magic happening. So now we got 0.85, and let's power this one up. Now, can we hear anything on that speaker? Or nothing at all? Completely nothing, guys. It's completely dead. Where's radio? Where's the fan? It's completely dead. Now we know we got properly connected speaker, so that's not a problem. So this is the radio module, but it shouldn't be the case because it still should give us sound, yes, because that's the analog radio. So we should still hear something, whereas we don't. So now the question is why we don't. It's taking 139 amps, so looking okay. But I get no access when it's in this position, completely, like lack of access. So I need to check specifications of certain components. Now make sure I won't short circuit, and then test them. Like, what are their voltage in? Yes, what the signal should be, on which pin. That's why we can switch it off. And we can switch off this. So I'll show you what the thing I will do without the camera now. I will gonna check these two because they looking in my eyes as the amplifier for each channel. I mean the front left right, or front and rear left, yes, and then again. So that's 2 and that's 2. And if I'm right, yes, if I'm right, we will know on which pin they should get the power, they should get a signal, and on which pin they should let go the signal, okay? And then we can see if that signal is coming in to this pin or to that pin, yes, because we will know. So we need to check the specification on those chips. BD9781HFP. That's what I would like to check next, because if one of those chips is not working, that's okay, but these two are not working, so that's suspicious, you know. Now, I don't know how it's built, yes, but I know that it should want to do something, and it doesn't. So you've got a Bluetooth here as well. I could provide signal through Bluetooth, and this way we can have consistent music, yes. Whereas I don't want to let it go, because if I let it go, it can fall. If it will fall, it will make me a short circuit, and I don't wanna. So let's power it up again. Let's see if I can connect with a Bluetooth. I don't see it. Okay. It's a media. No device available. Please connect your scan start news auto scan. Nav map settings Bluetooth Galaxy A1. No. We need Motorola G7 power now. Connecting. What if I don't want to wait? Yes. What if I don't want to wait? What if I don't want to wait? What if I wanna system traffic navigation Bluetooth? What if I wanna connect again with my stuff? Okay, destination info. That's another system traffic display Bluetooth. Search Bluetooth. Yes. View Bluetooth. Whoa. No, we won't do it like that, okay? So view the search for Bluetooth device here. Searching for my Wi-Fi network has gone. Please activate the Bluetooth interface on your Bluetooth device and press OK. Okay. Going to settings, I'm going to Bluetooth. New device. I don't know if searching for a maximum of 8 Bluetooth devices. Please wait. Motor G7 power. Yes, that's the one. Connecting. Power with, okay, key 0000. 0000. Okay. iX35 connected. So it's okay. No. What if I want to play the music? What it will do? Phone book calling speed dial. Okay, I've got a get connection. Play to iX media volume. Done. Okay, so this is a media. Bluetooth. But it's not copyrighted, yes. So you see, so it is playing, but we can't hear a single beep. Yes, I can confirm. So no matter what device we will choose, we can even connect with a Bluetooth device. It doesn't give any sound or anything. So in that case, guys, we can switch it off, and I can go and diagnose by checking those chips and see if they are audio amplifiers. If they are audio amplifiers, check what we should expect on the inside and on the outside. Yes, so what should be the power for them? Do we have this power? And then do we have a signal, and do we get out the signal? Yes. Once we have this, we will be able to verify, is it the power amplifier fault? Because I don't believe it's a power amplifier. It's more of a something shorted or something broken before, because they don't have power to be true. I don't believe they have any power. At least it's looking like they don't. Oh no, they are getting warm. Okay. Everything is here getting warm. So either there is something which we don't understand, and we think we know, or we will know when we will scan them. I need to pause the recording. It's 57 minutes, and look at those chips first. Hello. So I did a research, and I was talking rubbish just a few minutes ago. Rubbish! So what I found is these chipsets which I was showing are the buck converter type of chipsets. So it's like a voltage regulator, you can say. Yes, so it's, you know, it's not what I was assuming. Yes, I'm just, you know, like talking rubbish. So I went through the schematics. I was able to open the schematics, find the schematics, and go through it. So it took me some time, and I found that we're using audio codec 97 here for the stuff. So that's Intel's from 1997, but it's a common thing to be true. So yeah, old but good. As you see, we need the right to repair, because all this is good. So yeah, the AC97. Now the next thing what I found as well was that it has an internal amplifier on the schematics. It's IC502, and it has even optional fan, but it's no fan here. So, well, at least I don't see any. Magic. Now for real, yes. So I've checked on the pin 6 and 20 on that should be battery voltage plus. So when the battery is plugged in, you know, this should get the power on. Unfortunately, there is no power on it. Completely, the power doesn't go to it. So I think I'll call it a day on this video, because that's 1 hour video, and I'll take my time. I already let know customer, because customer was, you know, asking before this recording even for the update, for an update, and I will take my time and I will diagnose, one, am I right with this internal amplifier? 2, does this amplifier have, you know, separated line of voltage which should be connected, or it's going straight from the battery, and I can short wire it and connect it, even if there's any issue, yes. And if I'll do it, yes, what it will trigger, because there is an either, yes, what I can assume, it's either there is another way to connect it, but normally you have additional wire for the amplifier, yes, normally. Whereas here in the connector, in the 36 pin ISO connector, it's nowhere written, yes, amp. So that would assume that's an amplifier, whereas it's not written. If it's not written, what can I connect, you know? So that's why I couldn't assume that it has internal amplifier. But I went through the schematics and I found that it is for real, and I've checked on the board and it is for real there, and it is there. So I need to make sure that I know what I'm doing right now, yes, not just guess it. I can't rush with it. And once I will be 100% sure, I will try to supply the power to it, or find out why there is no power on it in the first place, and in which way this should go, you know, the power should go. Then I should, because on the schematics you can follow it, would be much easier on the board view. I've seen the board over there, but I don't know if I can see, you know, connection to connection. Whereas on the board view, if I would find board view for it, that would be much quicker, much easier, because I will just take this IC502, search it, I found it, and then I see, oh, it's going here, or it's going here, and it's going here, yes? So that's a moments, yes? So I will have to just go through it. That's why, because it's 1 hour, I don't want to make it any longer. But at least we know that the reason why there was no audio might be not the fault of the power amplifier, because we've got internal amplifier, additional one, and we've got everything else fine. Seems to be everything else fine. So what we're counting on the second video is recognizing if we can supply those 12 volts, yes, find a way to supply these 12 volts to the chipset. And once we've got the power to the chipset, see if we've got any shorts, or we've got a sound, or we've got overheating, yes, or we've got a smoke, or we've got a blow up, yes, something abnormal, yes. But that's what we can do. Now there is a reason why I won't do it as well, because the chipset which I see on the board doesn't match one-to-one description on the schematics. So I don't wanna, let's say, do something and regret it. You know, I'm no expert with audio amplifiers, yes. I mean the car audio amplifiers, yes. I'm general electronics. So if I'm general electronics, I was able to find what I found, yes, but I had to spend more time than the expert would do it, yes. So I won't charge more customer, yes, but I've got a lesson to myself, and in the future I will be able to do those things much quicker, yes. So that's the learning curve, and that's the part of the process, yes. And probably when I will be 60-year old, I will do the same thing, you know. But at the end of the day, now we know why, yes. So although it might be no voltage incoming with a amp, we still need to look for it, yes. So if we need to look for it if audio is not working, yes. Thank you guys. Let's fight for the right to repair. Bye bye.